Ni hao. Hi everyone. Welcome back to Teacher World. So Teacher World is in the car today. I'm on my lunch break. I'm in my car and I decided that this would be a perfect time to make a video because I received questions about non-native English speakers wanting to teach abroad, and I do want to share some information about that. So one thing I want to say foremost is that anyone could teach abroad. English speaker, non-native English speaker. Certified teacher, non-certified teacher. You can teach abroad. There are plenty of opportunities out there. You just have to know where to find them. Now, there are some websites that one would have to look at to apply to in order to teach abroad. So some websites that I know of would be Teachaway. Teachaway is a website that I used when I decided to teach abroad. I did not know exactly what country I wanted to teach in, but I knew that I wanted to leave New York, experience what it's like to live in a different country. I'm already a certified teacher, so I just took it to the next level to do that. However, you do not have to be a certified teacher. As long as you have a bachelor's degree, which is a minimum requirement to teach abroad, and you also need a TEFL certificate, which stands for Teaching English as a Foreign Language. That certificate enables you to teach abroad or online, okay? That is what employers look for when they're looking for foreign teachers who want to teach in a different country. I also want to mention that there may be people who say you don't need a bachelor's degree, you don't need a TEFL certificate. If you're a certified teacher, you don't need this. Okay, there's a lot of things that people may say regarding teaching abroad, but what I would like to say to that is, okay, there are some countries that don't require those requirements, but I would say that those are the minimum requirements to get a job in specific countries that are strict, or countries that look for all of these requirements. So I would say be prepared and have it anyway. Even though this one particular country may not require teachers to have a TEFL certificate, but some do, I would still get it anyway, because you may be competing for a job with someone else who already has those credentials. Who do you think they're going to hire? They're going to hire the person who has those credentials. So why don't you be the person who goes above and beyond and get those certifications? That's what I did. I went above and beyond. Well, I had to anyway. I needed my TEFL, but I went above and beyond and had it because I wanted to, at the end of the day, teach somewhere where I felt safe, teach somewhere where I would feel comfortable, and teach somewhere where my salary would be a high salary because I have the credentials. If you end up teaching somewhere and you don't have these credentials, what do you think your salary is going to be like? Do you think that you're going to receive a competitive salary when you don't even meet the requirements that other teachers may have? So go forth and get the requirements, get your TEFL certification so that you can teach in a different country. To answer the question about non-native English speakers that can teach abroad. Now, here is where it gets a little murky. So there are some countries that only want native English speakers. And as unfair as that may sound, don't count yourself out as to why you can't try and apply. My thing is try and apply. So there are some countries that would be difficult for you to teach abroad because the visa requirements. The visa requirements require that you're a native English speaker from, I think, the 7 native English speaking countries besides the United States and UK and Canada and Australia and South Africa. And be missing one. But these are the countries that some companies are looking for because they think that these teachers can speak fluently, can use verbiage in the English language in a way that will continue to develop those non-native English speakers to use the language. That's what they're thinking. And it may not necessarily always be true, because you may have some native English speakers who just can't teach. They can't teach as well as someone else who is a non-native speaker. So what I would say is still try and apply. So check out Teachaway. Teachaway is a website that is reputable, and I give out advice that I would follow myself. And I used Teachaway. Back in 2014, when I was working at a school, I wanted to get out of that school, and I went online. All I did was Google Teach Abroad, and Teachaway was one of the websites that popped out. I created a free account. Creating a free account was simple, was easy. You just enter in basic information about yourself. Okay, they did not ask for my TEFL certificate, which was great because some companies require that you already have a TEFL, or that you're in the process of getting a TEFL, or that you do your own independent research to get a TEFL. But when I applied on Teachaway, I applied for a private language center. The private language center, English First, sponsored my TEFL certificate. So if you're applying for a private language center, the company that you're applying to may sponsor the TEFL certificate so that you don't even have to go out and find one. But nonetheless, Teachaway covers you with all that. If you sign on to Teachaway, there is an area where you can learn about getting a TEFL certificate and how to go about the process. They do offer online TEFL certificate course. Well, they offer online TEFL courses that I think it takes maybe 12 weeks to complete, but you will go through the training, and of course you would have to pay. I think the courses are about $1,000, but there are some other websites that you can search, take the course so that you can receive a TEFL certificate. But the TEFL certificate is important because you learn different strategies and methodologies, especially if you're not a certified teacher. You learn how to work with children. You learn how to teach English. You learn how to incorporate these practices and get students to use the language, all right? Because at the end of the day, the goal is building English fluency. Okay, that's the goal, building English fluency. So don't count yourself out. There are some countries that I do know that non-native English speakers can apply to teach abroad. I know it is Cambodia. I don't even think that Cambodia requires a degree, but I believe it's Cambodia. Some countries in Latin America. There's more. I really can't think off the top of my head because of my surroundings. I'm not even home making this video, but whatever. If you Google gooverseas.com, you'll find information where non-native English speakers can teach. There's plenty of places where non-native English speakers can teach, but like I said, don't count yourself out. My thing is try and apply. Even if I may not meet certain criteria, but I have these other areas that I meet these standards, I'm going to try and apply anyway, because you know what? They may just need you. I hope that my answer addresses the questions that people ask about teaching abroad as a non-native English speaker. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below.